Well, that's kind of how the birds and the bees
And that
work.
is why we do not work out next
Okay.
to the pool,
No.
because it's fair game at that point. I mean, you just walk right into it.
When a mommy and daddy love each other very
I
much,
thought we were talking about the gym.
it only happens one time. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, hi guys.
Hi, y'all.
Happy Wine Wednesday.
Mhm.
You get the lovely William Black and his sidekick, Mallory.
Rude.
Welcome to Wine Wednesday. Tabitha, I see you. Louise, I see you. Hey. Allison, Tracy, Renee, you're right. That picture I took a couple of years ago, we were by the pool doing push-ups, and yeah, I did have an accident one day by the pool, but we talked about that before.
But that's a whole other story.
It's a whole nother story. Hey, Rhonda and Ruth and Susan and Dana, Christina.
Hi, Jazzy.
Robin and Maggie and Kathy and Susan and Jazzy and Lisa. Hello. It is so cool to see all of you today, this evening. I would like to officially welcome you to the shit show. Thank you, Gene. But we're happy to have everybody here. You guys can obviously see that the matron of the home, I shouldn't say matron.
It's pronounced matron.
I got to fix my camera because I'm a little too short there.
Okay.
Shayla Black is you guys don't remember, but we'll talk about it for Book Bonanza, but her voice was completely gone after Book Bonanza, and she's still recovering on that. And she's working on this deadline to get this book finished, hopefully by tomorrow. So that's why you don't see her tonight. Susan says you're Shayla's twin. Isn't that awesome?
Well, that's quite an improvement, because most people say we're like sisters.
Well, you look just like your daddy. I think you look just like your daddy, whoever that is. I don't know.
I hate to burst your bubble, but I got most of the good looks from mom.
Oh, Christina got the Book Bonanza COVID. Oh,
Aww.
Christina, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I think we dodged the bullet. I really do.
It could have been a lot worse, and you guys got lucky.
I know. We had such a good time. We're going to talk about that. Nikki Ann says she loved the newsletter, Mal.
Thank you so much. For those who don't know, I sent out my newsletter this morning, and I hope y'all enjoyed it.
Your second newsletter number 2.
Newsletter number
2.
2. Yes, this is newsletter number 2, and I look forward to continuing on updating everybody.
Well, again, as I mentioned, Shayla will not be here. Again, we'll talk about Book Bonanza. We had a great time. We had a great time till the elevator at the end broke, and you weren't there to help.
No, I was not there.
And I had to carry all that crap down the escalator by myself, but that's okay.
How fortuitous.
But after you guys have never been to book, but I think I dived it too, but I started taking Airborne on Monday. Krista, yeah, I mean, I've heard a number of folks came out of Book Bonanza with a little something. Mm-hmm. I think we may have come out a little something too, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't COVID. But anyway, it was an amazing event. And those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, Book Bonanza is every year, or at least this is the first year since the vid, since 2019. And it was at the Gaylord Texan in Grapevine, Texas. Mm-hmm. And that's only a kind of an arm's distance from us. So it made perfect sense for us to go there.
It was a very easy trek.
It was an easy trek. Mallory actually dropped us off and came back and picked us up.
It's true.
So it worked out really well. But we had a great time. I think they ended up having 1,800 to 2,000 attendees. And then when you add authors and assistants, it's probably closer to 2,200. But it was an awesome, awesome event. And got to see a lot of faces that we have not got to see in a long time. Saw a few on the virtual signing, but most of you we see just virtually on Wine Wednesday. But it was a great time.
I believe you.
Yeah,
I will say
we tried to get Mallory.
I had to be honest with everybody. I wasn't completely absent from Book Bonanza. I was actually helping with setting up the table. Yeah,
you came in the day before and helped me.
Yes, I was also there to help take in a couple more books. I was there here and there, but I'm so sorry y'all missed me.
Jana, it was exhausting. I completely agree with you. It was very exhausting, but we had a good time. We had a good time. Mm-hmm. But it was was great to see not only fans, but also to see other authors. Shayla hadn't been able to see other authors in a long time.
Mhm.
And that was really, as I mentioned to everybody when I was trying to do the talking for Shayla, which I tend to do anyway, that she lost her voice after the first day. And basically we were out of practice. Shayla was out of practice with all the talking she was doing. Your mom was struggling. And by the end of the day, she had no voice. She didn't feel real well that night, but she slept well. Then she felt a lot better the next day. And then we had a really good day too, but then her voice went out again. So Jennifer, we love seeing you as well, sweetie. We really did. You, Jana, Christina, I mean, everybody. It was so much fun. We tried to be, it's like I said, we're rusty. So we got a little tired a little bit, but we tried to stay up.
But it further proves that Book Bonanza was a lot like the pre-COVID conventions that we know and love, and we look forward to attending more like such.
Maggie, I can't thank you enough for the Coke you brought. Maggie found out very quickly that Shayla Black is a Coke fanatic and and this is a Pepsi hotel.
Yeah.
Maggie had an extra Coke that she brought to the event herself, got Shayla a huge glass of ice and brought her the Coke.
The Coca-Cola gods had spoken.
You put such a smile on her face. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. Christine, you're right. It was a huge reunion of authors and readers. And it's interesting. I'll tell you this, guys. It was, people were, I think, a little bit hesitant on how to interact with each other. The authors and the fans with other fans with authors. Who wants a hug? This is a huggy group. I mean, authors and fans, they're huggy groups. And it's hard to just say, we're not going to do that anymore. Mm-hmm. Well, no, it's not going to work. And I saw folks with on their name tags that said hugs welcome. Some folks were masked up, and that's perfectly fine. But I could see that people were just striving to get back to some sense of normalcy. And when you get to see people that you know and you haven't seen in a while, it's just an excitement, and you just want to hug and touch and talk, and we did a lot of that. So it was awesome. It was awesome.
Sounds like it was quite an experience.
Nicole, thank you. I should have mentioned that. Welcome to the William Black Studios here in Shayla Blacklandia.
We aren't in here all that often, but when we are,
I'm in here all day.
He's in here. Y'all aren't. I'm normally.
So you can see, those of you that have not been to my office before, let me walk you around. Over my right shoulder here is the great state of Texas flag. On my left shoulder, a good friend of ours became a naturalized citizen about 15 years ago. And she was presented with this, it's kind of a copper seal or a metal seal of the United States. And she didn't want it anymore. So I said, can I have it? And she gave it to me, and I had it mounted, and I love it in here.
I remember the day it came.
Yes.
She mailed it.
It was heavy.
It was heavy.
It is heavy.
I was like, how are we going to get this into a frame and have it stay on the wall?
And if you'd like to see the newest, and I'll post a picture of this later, but I got some wall art the other day. And I'll post a picture of it later. I'll show it up here. It's kind of it's
a frame of the periodic table.
It's a periodic table. You guys know how sciencey I am. You know how science and fact-based I am.
He's so sciencey, he's Bill Nye the Science
I'm
guy.
in here. No, definitely not that. But I'm doing chemical and I'm doing a lot of stuff all the time. So no chemicals, not doing chemicals. No. But I'm all about experimentation. No, I'm not doing
Don't mix hydrogen with oxygen.
CO2, H2O. I know these things. Anyway, I'll take a picture of it later, but we're starting to get the office back together here. But back to Book Bonanza, again, had a wonderful time, and can't thank all of you enough that were able to come out and visit with us. We loved spending time with all of you. Some of the things, I'm just going to talk about a couple of things. I mean, little Connie Doyle, who really wanted to be there, couldn't make it, but she sent, and I think I posted a picture, to the hotel, 3 of these cute little planters with flowers, and they're like little they're like sprinkle cone planters.
Yeah.
I love these. Shayla saw those and just squealed. She loved them. That's exactly her style.
We were literally squealing with excitement.
So thank you, Connie. Those were beautiful. And then Marie brought what we affectionately call the crack, and that is her special caramel sugar pastry type dough type
dessert.
That is one of those things that you can only have once a year because it is so rich and so heavy. But Marie, you knocked it out of the park yet again. You hit that level of sweetness and saltiness perfectly. It's easy to oversalt that. It's easy to oversugar it, but it was
a good middle.
Perfection. It was,
and it was gone in 2 days, so we're gonna need more.
And then Cindy, the wine. I mean, good God, just Shayla hasn't opened it yet, but the wine and the pecans, they look beautiful. Jean Beasley brought me the most amazing gift.
And what was that?
Gary's popcorn. Gary makes the best popcorn. She and Shayla visited a little bit,
it is
but
true.
she remembered me, and she remembered my love of Gary's popcorn. And guess what?
She brought it.
It's gone. We've already eaten it. It's all gone.
It took us
I think it lasted 2 days, and that was it.
Actually, I think it lasted maybe 3.5.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
But yeah.
It was good. So Book Bonanza was a blast. The other 2 events we're going to be doing for the remainder of the year is going to be Readers on the River, which is in Louisville, Kentucky. And again, for Book Bonanza, thank all of you that so many pre-orders, and you guys were awesome. That helped us out so much to know what to bring to the event. But so what we've done now is I have a pre-order up for Readers on the River. So I am going to pop that into the chat. So any of you that are joining us, Gary's popcorn. It's Gary's popcorn out of Granbury. So it's awesome, Granbury, Texas. And this is, I'm going to put on here what this is. It's going anyway.
Yep.
Okay, so that is the pre-order form for Readers on the River in Kentucky, and that's taking place in September, latter part of September. Already sold out, unfortunately, but it's going to be a wild event. And the last event that we're doing this year is Love in Vegas, and that's in something called Las Vegas, and that's going to be in October, latter part of October. Don't have a pre-order up for that yet, but we're looking forward to it.
What happens in Vegas?
Louise, I don't know if he has a website for his popcorn, but it's amazing. It's amazing. Christine, I can't wait to see you. That's going to be a blast. Get to see you again, I should say, because we got to see the great Christine Geyer at the at Book Bonanza. You didn't get to see her, but I got to see her. So we had a wonderful time.
I will say, when everyone got home, they talked about how they saw almost everybody from the beauties, and they were very, very happy.
Chris, that's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see you. Both events. It's our pleasure to see you. Now, I was not able to get a suite at Readers on the River to do a book beauty party, but I'm thinking about doing one in Vegas if there's enough interest, because Planet Hollywood, they're all suites. So it makes sense that we can do that. Baby may be with us at that event as well. And I'm trying to talk Shannon into coming in as well, but we'll see if that happens. But if there's interest in Vegas and doing a book beauty get together, we may be doing that. Susan, I don't know. I think she went to a bigger room. I think, and then they opened up a few slots. I have no idea if they're full now or not, but I know that they were able to accommodate some more people. This was maybe as of a month ago, if you will. Yeah, Kelly, Kathy, thanks for letting Kelly know. Yeah, Kelly, she lost her voice at Book Bonanza. Definitely lost it. Still recovering from it, and she's under deadline. So Baby and I, of course, volunteered, and we said we'll step in and help her out.
She's using dry erase board and all.
That's right. Krista, thank you for asking about Shannon. Shannon is she's sore. She's still sore. But she's about 2 weeks out of surgery now. Is it about 2 weeks?
Been that long?
About a week and a half, 2 weeks. And I think she had a post-op visit today, but she's, Shannon's not one to sit around and rest, which is good and bad, right? She had a pretty significant surgery, and she and I have a little talk every once in a while saying, Shannon, just slow it down. But Shannon's got responsibilities, and Shannon is not someone to sit down and just do what people are do the right thing. She doesn't self-care.
She likes she likes to march to the beat of her own drum.
She does not self-care well, but she's a little sore. And those of you that recall, she and Rachel are planning to fly out here on Friday. I had a long talk with Shannon this morning. Ames, you're right. She's stubborn as hell. Oh my God.
Very.
All three ladies are stubborn. Rachel, Shannon, and Shayla. They are the most stubborn women. You're not stubborn.
Yet.
But all three are flying out, or the two are flying out here on Friday. And they're going to be spending about 5 days with us. And I've told Shannon's husband that I will enforce a low and slow for Shannon while she's here. So I think we'll have a good time with them, and just good time to reconnect, because the four of us have not been back together since Pine Top, Arizona.
No, you guys haven't.
And you didn't go to that.
I didn't go.
You didn't go to that.
Well, at least now you can count 5 people this time around. Yeah,
Kathy, you're exactly right. She can't sit still. She and Shayla and Rachel, they're just go, go, go. Me, I could be a bump on a log. You could put me facing the wall, and I'd be happy as a lark. I'd entertain myself. Hey, Gene, we're just talking about Gary, but thank you so much. People were asking if Gary had a website. I had no idea. I had no idea if he does. I'm trying to sell his popcorn.
I'm sorry, Susan. There is no wedding yet. But
well, we're gonna have a little something called Baby's Corner here in a second. I think that's what she put in the thing.
No one puts baby in.
A Baby's Corner of the broadcast, where you can talk about your relationships, your projects, your life, how much you love and adore your father, all these things.
I already gave you a section in the newsletter. You're fine.
Yeah, I saw the little that you loved me, so that was sweet.
And since I didn't give you a section last time.
That's right. I thought I saw something here I wanted to pop up. Robin, yes, I think we'll definitely do something in Kansas City next year too. I'm just not ready to start planning next year yet. I'm just trying to get through this year, and then that's why part of why Rachel and Shannon are coming in on Friday is we're going to be planning our 23 schedule. So, and I've pretty much locked and loaded our events for the year. But we got to talk about which books are going to go out, what months they're going to go out, and what our strategy is going to be. We kind of have an idea, but we like to get it all down pat so we have basically a Bible to follow the whole time. Krista says she loved the newsletter, baby.
Thank you, Krista.
Oh, there's our good friend Rebecca Black. Baby, does your dad let you do your thing or insert his expertise in all you try and do?
Well, I do my own thing, but that doesn't stop him from telling me how I should have done it.
Well, there's always only one way
because
of doing it.
Because it's not how I
There's only one way
of
of doing things, and that's William Black's way, yes. Gary will like that. You can go to Pioneer Kettle Corn on Facebook.
Ooh.
Oh, awesome. So, guys, if Gary's popcorn, Gary makes the best kettle corn I've ever had.
I will be using that to my full advantage.
And he makes it with love, because I got to meet Gary. And you know what he called me at the state fair? He says, "Are you Boxcar?"
Boxcar.
Made my year when he called me Boxcar.
He
Made
was
my year.
So happy when he heard those words.
What a nice guy. So Pioneer Kettle Corn. I'm going to write this down. I don't think I have that. Pioneer Kettle Corn.
Kettle Corn.
Got it. All right. Awesome. All right, so Mallory, why don't you take a few minutes and yeah, Kentucky Fried Chicken, yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm not opposed to that either.
so we're gonna smoothly transition into the Mallory Black's corner. Moments with Mallory, I think that's what your mom said in the thing. So why don't you talk a little bit about you?
If it were Tuesday, I would say Tipsy Tuesday.
Why don't you talk a little bit about some of the things that you're working on? You can recap your newsletter a little bit if you like. If folks didn't get the newsletter, and they can subscribe to it, where to go. And then you can talk about Mitchell a little bit if you want.
Okay.
And then I'll turn it over to you. Go ahead, baby back. It's all
once again
you.
he is showing his expertise.
Uh,
But I will say, in all seriousness, just to recap on my newsletter, a lot of things have been really crazy. I know a lot of you know what's been happening with us family-wise, and that was hard for our family. But we're getting through it. We're getting back into the normal rhythm of things, and we were and I didn't talk much about Book Bonanza in my newsletter, but I will say what I did get to see, it looked as though it was a lot of fun. In regards to Mitchell,
so Mitchell is the boyfriend.
Mitchell is my boyfriend of almost a year, and I am very happy and wouldn't want to be with anybody else because he puts up a lot. So.
And I didn't have to pay him to do that either.
No,
so
he did not. He did it free of charge too. So I'm pretty. It makes me laugh. But we celebrated our graduations on our cruise that we took last month. He graduated with his master's in computer science, and he just got a job. Yes, he did.
A really good job.
A really good job. Although I can't say much because his job has a certain security level, so I can't. That's all I can say. But right now he is with his family in Tennessee and just went to Dollywood yesterday. So he was like, I need to take you here. And I was like, I believe you.
We talked about Dollywood last Wednesday and how we love Dolly and we love Dollywood.
Yeah, but he is having a great time. He was like, I was sleep deprived and I went on a whole bunch of roller coasters and ate a whole bunch of stuff, but it was so worth it. And today I texted him and I was like, hey, what are you guys doing today? And he's like, I am sleeping and doing absolutely nothing. And I'm like, as you rightfully should. But he is starting his new job on the 25th and he's very excited.
Awesome.
And okay, for all the moment you've been waiting for, the book.
The title of the book is...
I am not giving the title away. It's still a work in progress.
Passion's Flame.
The only thing I will say is it is a office romance, friends to lovers.
See that little wink? Like, I know something you don't. Yeah.
That's it. That's all I'm giving.
Why have I not been able to read any of this shit, Baby Black? Even the first page or two. How come
because it is still a work in progress.
Would you like my comments on it?
Because if I gave it to you, I know what words you would say.
Yeah.
It's not how I would have done it.
Yeah, exactly. Why do we have to take our clothes off here? I don't understand that. Shouldn't they be married? I don't understand. Yeah.
You'd be like, let's just take that whole scene out and then put Barney in there somewhere.
Guys, she is so excited about this book, and we are so excited with her. Mom over here, Shayla, she's not in here. She's in her office. She is working so hard to finish this book that she's working on now. The Confession, by the way, and we're going to talk about that here shortly. But she wants to get off that so she can do a little more mentoring with Baby and give her some of her advice and her feedback. And you guys know a writer is only as good as what they put out in their personality, of course. But when you're first time starting out, you really kind of need that feedback. And you need that real-time feedback, especially from someone who's done it before you start going out to beta readers, because she's not quite ready to go out to beta people yet. Not beta people, but we have beta people. So we need to let Mom kind of help her along a little bit, but we are moving right along. I expect that we will have a title and we'll have a pre-order up probably in the next couple of months. And we got to get a cover done too. So a lot of things to do.
So much to do, so little time, but at the moment I am working very hard on my craft. And that is what I will be working on for a while.
Oh, that's sweet, Robin.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Robin, and guys, if you don't know, she is going to be an official signing author at Flirty in Kansas City
in February.
So this book,
mark y'all's calendars.
This book better get done. I'm not just saying. No, it will. It will. Will you read Shayla's sexy moments in her book? How will you handle sexy times that you?
He is to answer this question, he is very supportive in everything I do, and that's all I ask of him.
Rebecca, in answer to the question, the way I would answer it is not well. Not well. I struggle. It's like, honey, can we just put Barney in here somewhere and we just talk about Barney? And no, apparently not.
You know what? I'll give y'all the first opening lines of my book. Barney is a dinosaur.
Oh my God, now they're all going to unsubscribe. Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's a joke. Total joke.
Don't do that. Nikki saying, will Mallory's book be up on Shayla's website to purchase, or will she have her own? Nick, I think what we're going to do to start with, I think we'll put her up on Shayla's store just because we have that infrastructure already built. But I think beyond that, eventually we'll probably migrate that stuff to her website. But I think initially, once we're ready to go live, we'll probably go on Shayla's store. It's just so much easier for us because we don't have to rebuild the ark again, if you will.
That is also to say I do have a website. If you just want to hang out or you're trying to find my social media, there you go.
So what is your website, Mallory Black? Oh wait, MalloryBlack.com.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. So.
It's pretty easy. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Anything else?
Anything else?
Anything else?
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Did you guys know that my girls, for as long as I've known Shayla and baby, never liked coffee? Now they are coffee drinkers.
Yeah, after the cruise, and because the cruise the cruise that we were on does not carry Coca-Cola products, it was a bit of a struggle before I found coffee, which was like the second to last day.
So now now she comes down the stairs and she goes, I need a cup of coffee. I was like, oh God, what have we started?
What have you done?
There needs to be a little kid running around in that book wearing a Barney t-shirt. When your characters, if they eventually give birth, if you will, that would be cute to throw that in there as kind of an homage to your past.
Oh yeah.
Krista, what kind of coffee do you like?
I do.
What's your favorite of? Because she drinks Moms, because I buy Moms.
I usually drink either Cinnabon or I forget the company name, but it's either French vanilla or caramel. But
we make our own at home, so with the K-Cups and the
K-Cups. But the one K-Cup I love is the French vanilla, but there's only one left, and both Mom and I like that flavor, so I had to leave it alone. They don't have that in
bulk at Sam's. So if they don't say it at bulk at Sam's, I don't buy it. So you have caramel vanilla.
I usually go to Cinnabon.
And
anyway.
You have Cinnabon. So
I go to Cinnabon anyway. So. And then I mix it with three little bags of stevia, and then mix that in with this. It's a creamer and it's non-dairy.
Okay, yeah, it's nut pods.
And
it's a nut pod creamer. Yeah, some of us drink ours straight, but that's how it is.
Oh.
Susan, you're excused. No, I'm berating you, Susan. No. Barney is my best friend. When she was, I loved Barney. I still do. Just such good lessons.
As a former Barney fan, wow.
Hey, Cat Hill. She loves her coffee with cream and sugar. Mm-hmm. I can't put that crap in my coffee.
I will say, when I was on the cruise, for a while, it was as large of a coffee as I could get with as much creamer as I possibly could get, because it was first come first serve a lot, and it was worth it.
Kelly, I still drink my Tim Hortons every morning. And sometimes I have 2 cups of Tim Hortons. But then Jana, I got that. I don't know if you remember that picture I had of all the Black Rifle coffee I bought. I bought so much, and I went through the whole damn thing because it was just me at the time. I love Black Rifle coffee too. I really, really do. Shannon likes her coffee with hazelnut, mocha, and boba. Shannon sent us a box.
A boba tea.
Shannon is so worried that when she comes here, I'm going to starve her to death. So she sent a box, 3 boxes of snacks and drinks for our visit.
First it was green tea.
I'm like, Shannon, you think I'm going to starve you? I'm not going to have things for you. She sent all these amazing things that we don't have here in Texas, frankly.
I think you made a little mistake, Shannon, because I've been eyeballing that box for the last few hours, and I'm like, this stuff looks really good.
Rebecca, what is boba? Boba is the little pearls, right?
It's these little balls that are in your drink, and they're like these they're slimy, and I don't know how to describe them. I don't have them all that much.
Kind of gelatin. I think
it's like a gelatin. Yes,
it's like a tapioca thing. Yeah, tapioca pearls. That's what they are. Tapioca pearls. See, I don't know these things. I identify as a strong black coffee drinker.
He has nothing in his coffee.
I love black coffee the way it's supposed to be drank. And Shannon, I bought you a case of cream and wheat, sweetheart, so you'll have plenty. It's what they served her in the hospital, and she thought they were trying to kill her. Bubble tea, yeah, Ames. I've heard it called bubble tea too.
Yeah. I actually my apartment in at TCU, there was a boba tea place that was just not even 1 minute away from my apartment. I could just go down.
Is this the apartment that we made our last rent payment on last week? Okay,
yes,
good.
we did.
When do we get to clean that rent out? Next week? We're going to go down and clean that damn thing out.
I have until the 31st to get out.
It's going to make me sad, though, to kind of move you out of there. Because that was kind of a home away from home for you.
I think I've acknowledged the fact that I'm leaving, but it won't really hit me that I won't ever be walking in there again until the whole place is empty, because 90% of the stuff in there is mine.
Oh. Nancy, I'm going to let Shannon answer that question.
Shannon can answer that best.
I will screw that up. Christina, though, says bubble tea was her life when she was in high school and an undergrad. Yeah, see, I lived on Denny's black coffee. We go to Denny's for our all-night study stuff.
When they would stay up real late.
They just keep bringing coffee to us, right?
Mm-hmm. I wonder how much the check was for that.
I don't remember. It wasn't much back in the day.
No, I'm sure it is now.
Poor college students. You're not supposed to drink when I drink, by the way.
Why?
We have to alternate, so one of us has to keep talking. That's what they call in the biz is continuity. You got to keep it going.
You know what? That gives me all the more reason to drink whenever you do.
Dunkin' Donuts coffee, Susan. I'm with you on that. I love the Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Speaking of Dunkin' Donuts coffee, box sets. That's a good transition, right?
Oh, speaking of,
you guys know Shayla talked about last Wednesday the unbroken. Oh, hold on before I go.
Oh, here we go.
Thank you, Shannon. Bubble tea is black tea with milk. Boba is the tapioca pearls that go on inside it, reside on the bottom.
They make popping pearls, which are flavored pearls that break apart from the flavored syrup in them.
So if you're fancy, you get those things. If you're unfancy like me, you just get coffee black.
Yes, Catherine. Synchronized drinking. That is your show for today. You're welcome.
And I know you guys are going to be very surprised at this, but we didn't rehearse any of this.
No, we did not.
This is just off the fly. It's amazing how brainy we are. We
literally winged it. # no agenda yet again.
No, here's the agenda. That's kind of it, right? That's kind of some talking points. But
that's some agenda.
And one of it says Pioneer Kettle Corn, so that's the important thing.
Yes, I am my father's daughter.
Thank you, Kat. Box coffee, box sets, magic top hats, and all. Yes, I mean it flows. It flows. Christina, you're right. Who needs an agenda? Skinny syrups, chocolate caramel, yum, and no sugar. Yeah, no sugar. No sugar. I'm sugared out. I'll put stevia in something before I put sugar in it anymore.
I would prefer stevia, in all honesty.
All right. So thank you, Kat, for the transition. Box sets. I'm going to get to that in just a second. But as you guys recall on the Unbroken series, well, let's talk about the box sets first. So Rain Falling. We did a surprise and delight drop. We were going to do a newsletter today, but we had a little snafu because there's another piece we want to share in the newsletter. We're not quite ready. but we went ahead and launched box sets for the Unbroken series, the one she writes with Jenna Jacob, in the Rain Falling Unbroken series. As you guys remember, there's 4 books plus a prequel in the Rain Falling series for Unbroken, formerly known as Doms of Her Life. And then in the Heavenly Rising series, there's 2 books with a 3rd and 4th one coming. I'm going to talk about that in a moment. But the box sets for Rain Falling have dropped today. And if you're interested, you can get we broke it up 3 ways. So one is volume 1 is books 1, or the prequel, books 1 and book 2. And then what did I say? Oh yeah, and the last 2 books are in volume 2. Or if you want to get all 5 books, which would include the prequel, of course, 4 books plus the prequel, we have that in the complete series. Applause for Charlie for getting the box set information correct. Thank you, Shannon. It's amazing when you have to do it yourself. Typically, when we're talking about these very detailed things, I throw it over to Shayla, so I can just interrupt her every once in a while.
To answer your question, Melissa, I do not have a date out, but as soon as I have one, y'all will be the first people that I tell.
So I am going to post this here. And there we go. And you'll be able to see, and it didn't come across quite right, but I think you guys can see the links there. But Rain Falling Volume 1 is the first 3 books, which includes the prequel. Volume 2 is the last 2 books in the Rain Falling series. And then the complete series link, the Shayla link there at the bottom, is the entire, all 4 books plus the prequel together at a decent discount. So if you guys are interested in that, that'll be go out in the VIP newsletter probably later this week, early next week. So, but the other piece that I wanted to talk about with the Unbroken series is Heavenly Rising. And you guys remember that the first 2 books, the Choice and the Chase, have been out for a while. And Shayla talked about this last week. The Commitment, which is scheduled to come out August 2nd, we have retitled that. So if you've placed a pre-order, you're fine. You're still going to get it. But we've retitled that The Confession. And that is right now is working its way through all the retailers right now. We should have all that resolved, I'd say, by the end of this week. But The Confession will be out August 2nd. And because it's so freaking huge, the ladies had to split it out. It had to be 2 books. And we're not talking just 1 book of 100,000 words and 50 and 50. That's not fair. But these are full-length books that they felt if they're going to tell the story completely, and Shayla and Jenna always tell the complete story. They can't write short for their lives.
There's no stopping them.
So there will be a book 2, in that book 2, which will be titled The Commitment. That will be out early next year. But for right now, the Confession, if you already got a pre-order for The Commitment, that'll turn into The Confession. You'll see that August 2nd. But I hope that makes sense. Gene, yes, I did say schedule. As the great Captain Jean-Luc Picard once said and always said, he called it a schedule, and I have called it ever since. So,
side note, Shannon, to your comment, story time. The one time I actually wasn't here, I was in my father's office, and my 10-year-old self thought it was a great idea to organize his desk in the way I thought was best for him. Shayla walks in. I said, "Mom, look what I did." And she went, and I was like, "What? What's wrong?" "Your father is going to kill you."
Nikki Ann, thank you so much.
And that's the one and only time I actually did.
That's why it says keep out Mallory Black.
No, it does not say that.
That's why I have a shock collar and it's
that was
invisible fence around my
that was the day I realized that your definition of organization and my definition of organization are 2 very different things.
Yeah, go to your room. So Nikki Ann, thank you for she split out all the posts. She knows I'm struggling right now, trying to manage everything and do it right. So Nikki Ann, thank you so much for the individual posts. So the first one that Nikki Ann posted is the Rain Falling Volume 1, which is the first 2 books plus the prequel. Volume 2 is the last 2 books in the Rain Falling series. And Nikki Ann, thank you so much for that. That's really sweet of you for doing that. And then again, also we have the complete series on the Shayla store as well. And you can get all 4 plus the prequel at a pretty decent discount. So Allison says it's Picard's birthday today. I had no idea. And those of you that don't know, Captain Jean-Luc Picard is the captain of the Enterprise in Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Space.
I love still one of my favorite TV shows ever.
What? How does it go? Space, the final frontier.
Boxcar organization and different train cars. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Jocelyn. Thank you very much.
And we have trouble coupling those boxcars sometimes. We really do. They tend not to work. Oh, that's sweet, Jocelyn. They should be. I'll have to go back out and check. Actually, I better check that really quick. Let me just take a quick gander. Because I thought that they're on ebooks now. They're not print books. They won't be print books because they're too big in these box sets. Yeah, they're under box sets and they're pricing here, but Nikki Ann, I'm not sure where you're looking at for that. But in the box sets, if you guys go to Shayla's store, Shayla's ebooks, and go to box sets, you'll see those there. But yeah, there's we don't have them all up at all the retailers yet, and that was what we're still working on. And Nikki Ann, that may be what you're talking about. So Allison says he's 82 years old. Wow. I sat down, guys, and after Saturday night, I was so tired from Book Bonanza. I sat down and watched Marvel's Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And I had not seen it yet.
Multiverse of Madness.
And he was in that.
He was.
As his alter ego, one of his other characters, Professor Xavier.
Professor Xavier.
Exactly.
I was like, yay, this is an introduction to the X-Men.
Exactly.
And then, and I was like, oh, how fleeting it all was.
Nikki Ann, you're rightfully so in the confusion. It's just ebooks. Print books would be way too big for these novels. So they're just ebook box sets. Box sets.
I am hard at work, Melissa, and just really working on writing, rewriting, editing, just really working at it right now.
And Shannon, thank you. Yeah, they're priced on the store, but not on the overview page. You're right, exactly. So I just take you to the overview page so you can decide where to go from there. If you want to buy it from us, from the Shayla's e-store, that's probably the easiest way to do it. And all of those are out there. Convenient for you. Mallory Black, how's your book coming along? Melissa, she talked a little bit about that. She's teased us.
I have teased you in the best way possible.
Melissa, are you signed up for her VIP newsletter? Because one just came out today. If you're not, go to MalloryBlack.com.
And you can sign up there.
Sign up for the newsletter. Newsletter.
I agree with you, Krista. I was a little confused by Multiverse of Madness. But then again, I only watched it once, so I might have to watch it again. But it was okay. It was okay, and they introduced a character that I had never heard of before, and this was my first time meeting them, and it was just like, and somehow the one character that we know that we hold dear to our hearts since Age of Ultron is somehow I was just a little confused.
So Kathy, yes, the summer box is still coming on the 25th. We plan to get it out before the 25th, though. The last pieces of the summer box, the paper portions that we're including in that, arrived today. So we're going to start putting those together, and our plan is, what is today, the 13th? Our plan is to start getting all those boxed up next week and hopefully get them in the mail. Our goal is by next weekend. So the latest will be the 25th, but our goal is to get them out earlier than that. So we're here. We got everything. So we just need to box them up, and everything looks
it's all in one corner in the house. So
everything looks so cool. Jocelyn will definitely send some good vibes and prayers. That's
and congratulations to your son.
Yes. That's stuck in Phoenix because there's a fire in Salt Lake City Airport. Oh,
bless.
But you know what? I know what goes on with a wedding. Apparently, I'm being told that there might be one I have to worry about in the distant future. So,
Not today.
no, but in the distant future is always right around the corner for me. Yeah, we're excited about the box too, guys. I mean, the box, we have all the elements now. And I think what Shayla and I tomorrow are going to do is put together some test boxes so we can surprise Rachel and Shannon. Shannon look surprised. So you guys can see they can see what they look like. And we will not be able to share those. Everyone's going to get a surprise if you've pre-ordered them, you'll get them. So awesome. And I know there's one of you that I will be bringing. Hey, good night, Nikki Ann. Thank you again. But I've got one beauty that I'm going to be bringing her box with me to Readers on the River because she couldn't. She was going to meet us there, and it just makes more sense. So cool. Louise, no hints. No hints. I have been told on my life.
Otherwise, the angel of death might come after you.
No, actually, happy little tree mints might come after me. We got to be careful with that. But I tried to show you guys the book, but I kept getting pushed down. I think I showed just an edge of it. I got beat up for that. So I like to tell you guys everything. I love to share everything with you.
The thing is, we love to tease, and sometimes Dad forgets that.
Melissa, it's a Barney retrospective, sultry and purple and a working title.
He makes me tingle.
Would you like to be canceled? I'll cancel you off this show.
I just added on.
I'll cancel you on this show.
I was giving it a Hallmark effect.
No. Kathy, no taste test tonight, darling. I think we did 3 of them last week. So I'm prepping to do an epic one next week, thanks to feedback I got from everybody. So we're gonna do our best on that one. So no taste test tonight.
I begged him. He said no.
Because I have to hold on to all my supplies because Shannon's coming. And Shannon, we do not want Shannon to give you the dissatisfied look.
She says, "Go get those honey butter
Shannon
chips."
gives you the dissatisfied look, then you're in trouble. So.
Did we get the honey butter chips?
Yes, Shannon, we got the honey butter chips, but we're not opening those till you come. Everyone is excited about the box. I would love to go get the book. The book I think sells the box.
If there's one thing I love
that
about
cover. Looks awesome. I even have a bookmark of the cover in here, but I'm not allowed to show that either.
I just gotta say, y'all, what you're gonna get in these boxes, it's pretty sweet. I'm really excited. I know you guys are just chomping at the bit trying to figure out what it is, but I'm not gonna tell you. No, I'm kidding. No, but seriously, I'm not.
Yeah, chips and queso. We're gonna have variations on that theme, Kathy. We're gonna have so many snacks while the ladies are here. And then I'm doing my meal plan because I plan to cook a lot, and we're going to go out a little bit too. But we're going to do our best to get all our work done early and be done by at a decent time, like 5 or 6 o'clock. And then we're going to have the evening to spend with each other, because what we tend to do is we tend to kind of go all day and all night, and and then all of a sudden it's where our time together is over, and we haven't done anything but sit around and talk about business stuff. So we'll definitely do that. At least that's my plan.
I wish I did, Shannon. I wish I did. Although I might have taken one thing.
Even my cats are excited about the actual box. I get they get the box exactly.
Ooh, box.
Fiona took over.
I caught Fiona today in one of those boxes you get from Costco, and she was just sniffing around, and she was laying in it like, "Hey, what's up?"
I also want to remind everybody that you guys all know that More Than Want You, the first book in the Read Family Reckoning series, the ebook is still free. More Than Need You started to be free the first week in July and is only running for another week or so as free. So if you have not started the Read Family Reckoning or have already read More Than Want You or are interested in that series, book 2 in ebook is free right now, and you can get that at shaylablack.com or retailers of your choice. So, right? How's that for a sales job?
Woo woo.
My cat loves boxes and my dog is terrified. That's awesome. What are you doing, Floyd? You want to come say hi? Come here, buddy.
Snipey!
Come here, buddy. You want to say hi?
He's been crying at
You
us.
get on my lap. He says, "You ain't got no lap." Come on, get in your lap.
It's like, I want bro time.
He
Where's
wants
my bro time?
He was bro time. Krista, thank you. She loves writing that series. And, you know, we struggled on what books to bring to Book Bonanza because you can't bring them all, right?
Mhm.
So we just brought the Reed Family Reckoning series and we brought the Wicked and Devoted series, her most current ones. And that seemed to go over pretty well. So we were happy with that choice. But pre-orders help us decide what to bring sometimes. So, all right, cool. So, Baby Beck, you got anything else?
I have a cat next to my feet, but other than that, I'm good.
Lovely, lovely. Well, guys, tonight's going to be short and sweet because not the usual banter between the two because Shayla and I are very unique banter, but she's a very sweet banter and she looks so pretty tonight.
I'm sweet on my father. My mother, however.
Your hair looked amazing tonight, by the way. Your hair looked amazing
Thank
tonight.
you, guys. Thank you, Daddy.
Did I do it? I paid for it.
Well, technically.
Yeah, technically. Yeah,
Good.
exactly. Well, hey, we will see you guys. Shayla will be back next week with me if she's lucky. And we will have lots and lots to share from our visit with Rachel and Shannon. Wish us luck while we have the ladies here that they don't kill us and drown us. But we'll see. We try to make them happy. Hopefully we continue to do that, but we'll be very productive. And hopefully maybe if I can get them to agree, we may do a quick check-in with the book beauties, but we'll see how that works out. Anyway, hope you guys, losing my voice too. Hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week and a great weekend. And we will talk to you next Wednesday. Baby Black, say goodnight.
Good night, everybody.
Love you.
Bye.